have a pretty significant news day Tuesday here. As you see, Lasswell and Raegen are coming in. Might have a video later on this week about all the characters that are going to be very good coming down the pipeline in succession, so you guys can make your minds up. But these characters are also very powerful. They're part of, if you saw the last week video, if you've been playing FFBE lately, they're part of the old JP 5th anniversary, I do believe, which came out like right around our 4th anniversary of the game. Is it 4th or 5th? Either way, it was later the last anniversary that they had there. And they all have the new unique chaining ability, right? The big ability to chain by themselves, which is super, super awesome. The name eludes me right now. And they also have this very nice passive where they do 70% damage to broken gauge targets on the break gauge monsters. Very, very powerful there. With that being said, we're also getting Neo Vision Awakenable Infernal Fire Rain, but that's not all. There's going to be an incredible community event that you guys are going to want to do. It's going to involve you doing one of the boss battles that we're getting this week to get a pretty significant ability, something that I talked about a while ago on one of the most broken future units. You guys can get your hands on a part of it for free by doing the event. So let's get in here right now. Same stuff, has the pity, right? Summon coins, yada yada. Don't want to waste your time on that. You guys know about summon boards. You pull, you get some random stuff, you go home, you're either happy or you're not, right? A little bit sad there. Now, last one, Raegen, these are going to be damage dealers extraordinaires here. They have the chaining ability. They have the ability to get in there and do a lot of damage as well. Their brave shift duration is infinite turns, so you can go in there whatever you want. You can flip flop back and forth, 1 turn cooldown, no big deal there. The Stmr here is the Darkness Purging Blades of Azure Crimson. Man, Lasswell, I missed you, brother. Activates Dragon Slaying Blades, boosts physical damage against dragons, and boosts your limit burst damage. So this is very, very, very nice. And this is a sword, not a katana. So very, very nice. 192 attack, one-handed sword. And these characters are going to be true dual wield, I do believe, and that's going to be what their vision card is going to be giving you. 50% true dual wield. We'll have more on that later. Stmr here, boost attack by 30%, and then an additional 40% when equipped with a sword or a katana. So if you're using one sword, one katana, that's going to be a total of 110% attack in 1 trust materia. That's pretty good, especially if you're looking to cap out your attack, you're that far away on this character or another character. That's going to be very nice if you have access to that there. We also had the festive preparations. Team Lasswell here. No one's on Team Lasswell, let's be real. Level 10 gives you 90 base attack and 200 base HP, and this is going to unlock abilities. We'll go over those at 4, 7, and 10. Some abilities are showing off here. We have the featured standard ability, Snowclad Blade, 4 uses per battle, deal partial unmitigated damage, ice damage, so there's going to be a little bit ice lock on this skill, adds ice attack to you there. Lasswell's going to be ice, and you've guessed it, Raegen is going to be a big fire dad this time. I do believe it's Raegen. Yeah, Lasswell's ice, and then after you brave shift, then they go fire and foed. I guess maybe it's both of them at the same time. Who knows? Because they don't swap positions like the other characters do. They kind of stay in the front and the back. They like where they are. They're planting like trees on the ground. Dragon Slayer Blade boosts physical and magic damage against dragons, reduces physical and magic damage by dragons dealt to your party for 4 turns to all allies. So a dragon killer buff, nice in Dark Visions, right? A dragon killer buff. Usually for right now, from what I've known, we've always had to use like MMs on and pass something from, you know, the FF13 guy Noel, or I think one of the Kane units would give a big dragon killer buff. No, maybe it was Duke. It was one of the other Dragoons. You'd have to pass a Dragon Killer buff around. This one's to be a nice, solid AoE for physical and magical damage against dragons. That's nice there as well. The second one we're looking at here, fire damage to enemies. Reduce and fire gradually damage. We don't care about dots. That should be like Fire Imperil or something. We don't care about gradual fire damage. It's never going to be good enough. Ignited Twin Blades here. 4 uses per battle. Tag Team Attack. That's the name of the self-chain. I can't believe I forgot that here. I didn't sleep. Let's go with that. Deal fire damage to all enemies 2 times and adds fire imbue to your own physical attack. So it's gonna be another way. There's gonna be a lot of things. Most of the time, they're just gonna be doing damage for you, right? They're just there to do damage and do more damage and do more damage and do more damage, and they're pretty good at that. Infernal Fire Rain. This is the old character. This is not a new Neo Vision, but it is a new Neo Vision Awakening. So this is the old 7-star getting a new NVA here. And what does he got there? Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't think I've ever seen this. He's got like. He's got oh, dude, this reminds me of FF16, where he's kind of got the Esper's the claws of Ifrit for his weapon there. That's pretty awesome looking actually in his brave shift form. I like that a lot. That's clean. All right, anyway, you can't argue. Brave shift duration 4 turns, 2 turn cooldown, and we've already seen his other stuff before, right? 54 attack, boost fire resist, nothing super crazy there. We want to talk about his new stuff here. So standard abilities, he's going to get basic attack added in. This is not going to go into your base. This is just like that we had for Lauren, right back when she got her NVA one of her brave abilities that you would level up would just give her free attack for free. You just stack that on top of everything at the end there. He's also gonna have fiercer than Hellfire to boost his LB damage, but we know a lot about the old NVAs. They're all about the Brave Shift form, especially him. So his featured Brave Shift abilities are shown off here. Enables evocation of any Esper equipped by an ally and activate area effect when evoking certain Espers. I don't remember what his field effect is, but he's gonna have a field effect for free. I don't remember what it does though. It's probably something to do like with bonus fire damage like Terra had. So don't quote me on that. I haven't looked him up in 9 million years. But he's got the Esper field effect that Terra does. So his last one they're showing off here, Blaze of Grand Shell, boosts magic, fills LB gauge to max, enables triple saber for 4 turns, and fill LB gauge to max after 3 turns for caster. So you cast this skill, fills your LB gauge to max. Next turn, you limit burst. Next turn, maybe you evoke a free, or you do something else. You triple cast, and then after that turn, you can LB again for free. So that's pretty nice there, actually. Or if you have like an Entruster in your party, I know Entrust in 2021, right? Some sort of other way to fill up your LB gauge. He fills his LB gauge up for himself. And you LB, then you trust him, and you LB, and then I think you LB again afterwards because it fills back up again after 3 turns. And I think it counts the turn you activate it. So that's very powerful if true. Now let's talk about the community event, Bahamut in a Sur Challenge. So Bahamut in a Sur Challenge, we are going to be getting this as a battle with Bahamut in a Sur. So you probably saw this when you logged in. Collect event points, obtain completion rewards. You guys are going to be wanting to do this, not even if for the event itself, you're going to get your traditional stuff, but for the challenge itself. So it's like a raid. We're going to get in there. Make sure you do your raid. Smash them all down, right? You get your traditional raid stuff. Yes, the equipment's not the craziest, right? We have the 35 attack and magic with 20% attack and magic and boost some damage against people and some, you know, it's just your traditional stuff. This was pretty good though. Spooky Breaker boosts magic damage against Reapers. That's nice. Make sure you get your hands on that. To defeat evil beasts, boost magic and physical damage against beasts and demons. That's pretty good. Maybe trying to gear out some dudes in Dark Visions. That could be awesome there for you as well. And then we have HP 20%, lightning and wind resist. That's kind of whatever there, to be honest with you. But those are the main rewards here. It is your traditional raid, but the big incentive for you guys to get in here is the community event here. So we're going to be getting some rewards based on how many people defeat this or how many times it gets defeated. 1 million defeats, expansion voucher times 1, 3 million defeats, NVEX ticket, and then 5 million defeats, the ability Chain Comprehension. So Chain Comprehension, they actually even go in here and tell us what it does. Chain Comprehension boosts the damage limit for various change by 50%. This is what we're going to see, and they even talk about it later on down here, that we will not be getting the third reward if we would get it at the same time as the first 2. And this is because this is the new mechanic that you'll see with the Lightning Returns Lightning with her Super Tmr that boosts damage limit of various change by 100%. If you are new to this mechanic, it's okay. So you know how True Dual Wield works, takes your cap from 4 times to 6 times. That is the hard cap in the game. However, there's going to be a new Sword and Borg type mechanic where it's like True Dual Wield at the same time with using a sword and shield, or you can also use it if you're true double handing, which is extremely powerful. So if you have a pretty good gear, you've been a veteran in the game, you're able to do, and it's even easier with a lot of these newer characters like Axstar and Cleom and stuff that we'll see in the future. There's going to be another one of these 5th anniversary JP units. You can get that TDH capped out. You can get your attack percent capped out. You can get your killers capped out. And then what you can do is you can use this Chain Comprehension, that new Lightning TMR on these new units, because they're so easy to gear out, that will boost the chain damage cap from 4.0 to 4.5 or 4.0 to 5.0 with Lightning Super Tmr, or use both of them and take it from 4.0 to 5.5. 5.5 is almost the true dual wield cap in your true double handing. So you use it on a character that's using like something like Black Sparky or some other 1.5 variants weapon. That is extremely powerful because the variance works with the new cap increase. So if you had like the 6.0 cap in 1.5 variants, you're looking at basically what would be the equivalent of a true dual wielder that was able to have a 9.0 cap, except you have a higher attack because you're true double handing with 400%. It's broken. So make sure you guys get in there and do this stuff. It's very, 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 very powerful. And you'll get this for free, Chain Comprehension. And we also know, because we're global, even if Lightning does come out and you are super lucky, you get 2 of her Super Tmr, you just go super hard on the banner, more than likely it's not going to be stackable. So that was something that people did do in JP, was stack Lightning Super Tmr. We won't be able to do that. It's still incredibly powerful even if you can't stack it, but we'll have Chain Comprehension. help you through there as well. The new vision card we want to talk about real quick here with the Lasswell one, right? It is going to give you at level 4 and level 7, this is going to be 25% true dual wield. That's nice. And then fun craftings, I guess they want to give you some HP, maybe help you survive a little bit in there as well. And then the unit intro quest, you can get in there and check out Raegen and Lasswell with the CG Burst movie. Let's get that thumbnail. What do you guys think we should, right here? Dad looking a little tired out. He's looking a little tired out there. So that's going to be our big community event. Make sure you get in there. That's pretty cool. And I'm definitely be trying to get all of the stuff that I can to get us up there. Now, with that being said, let's also talk about War of the Visions real quick. Yes, I still play this game. Play it every day. Manage the guild. If you want to be in the guild, I think we're still looking for 4 people. We're in Diamond 1, almost Challenger. Just come check it out. We got like 4 more spots to fill back up there after the holidays. So keep that in mind. If you want to get access to that, just PM me in Discord. Link's always in the description down below, and we'll get you set up there if you want to get in on those battles. But the new vision card's coming out. This is going to be like a slower-ish week, but there's some cool stuff to do. And I want to talk about this vision card real quick because it is pretty cool. Maybe a little bit too hyped up. I don't know. There's some cool things about it that I do like. Now, the best thing about this card is if you don't have access to, you never gained access to the 15% agility up from like the Ramza card, and you really want that. And you didn't get like the I think it was like the Chocobo card. They give you like 10%. Or maybe it was the Tomberry card. It was one of the Final Fantasy animals. This card will give you party ability up 15% at max level there. And also, unlike the Ramza card, it's not time limited. That's a big plus there too. Now, the other thing is, unlike the Ramza card, which is more melee focused with slash attack up, had a slightly higher attack than magic. That was decent, magic like 92. This card is gonna be like a mage card here. So if you have a staff equipable main job, it's gonna give you accuracy up, and it's gonna give you the new ability Shadow Flare, which is huge. We'll talk about that in a second. Also, if you're a Helena Leonis fan, you know, you're still using the MR, it's gonna give her more agility. That's pretty much all it's gonna give her though. So that's cool. Why doesn't it transform your Helena Leonis into this one? That'd be kind of cool. Anyway, the ability Shadow Flare here is very cool in concept and is very powerful. But unless they put it on a higher AI priority, like if you're putting this on like a damage dealer, the fact that it's damage with a small multiplier, most of the time, unless they make this a higher priority, which they don't usually do, usually things are based on damage priority first, unless there's certain skills like Barrier Break Arrow and things like that, or Dispels that are slightly higher. I don't even think Dispel's a slightly higher priority. I think Dispel from like Nivelu is just a large damage multiplier. So this is a small damage multiplier. So unless you're turning off other skills and putting this on like a support character, I don't think that they're going to be casting this right away. Like I said, if you guys do know that it's on a high AI priority, put it down below. But what it does do is that it will hit, as you can see, a very decent AoE in this News for Ants down here. It's pretty cool. 2 tiles out, right? 1 each diagonal. It's going to hit them, and then it's going to draw them in so you can cleave them better with something that might have a smaller AoE, which is very, very nice. And then on top of that, it's going to lower their attack resistance by 20% at max level for 3 turns. So this is like the setup cleave card. So if you're using something like a support character, this could be good. But keep in mind, you might have to change and fiddle with your AI on your skills, or if you want to put on something like a Lidra or something, you might have to think about that. Now you could put this, if you're still using like Ayaka, right? You could just turn her holy off, turn her meteor off, turn her comet off, to do whatever, and make her just Shadow Flare. That way she can walk up, she'll Shadow Flare, and then you can cleave them down with your Gilgamesh. You can cleave them down with your Nidoru and Stern, and just, you know, just throw them in there, lower that attack res, and just smack. Because you can hit someone that's 2 from the center at the top and 2 from the center at the back, and pull them together and then cleave them both, which is very, very nice. Very good card there, but you have to fiddle with the AI a little bit to make it work for you, and that's okay there. Now the Frozen Icewing Glacial, this one's going to be ice attack up for the party ability and the bestowed ability. You get your hands on this one. It's an MR card. If you're, you know, getting on that ice meta, you're waiting for, you know, Ornn to come out, all that good stuff, you could maybe fit this in your team somewhere, and put it on a support or something. And I think it's more of a mage focus card. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe it is. As you can see, the evocation from the Esper is also mage focused, deals an ice magic damage there, and has the chance of inflicting stop, which is pretty interesting there. Now, some of the other stuff coming back that we have going on for us here, we're going to be having the Black Rose Battlefield release celebration. This is going to be for the card, and if you complete it, you can get 75 of the vision card shards as well. So that's another incentive for you guys to get on that. That's one thing that this game's been doing pretty well, is incentivizing a lot of the new characters, a lot of the new cards, by making it a little bit easier for you guys to get your hands on, which I like a lot here. Now, we also have some stuff coming up here, weekly campaigns. Listen, we're gonna be getting, like, you know, free Visior. We see this all the time. Pretty cool stuff. Rainbow Sphere, Growth Egg MR, story tickets, all the usual jazz thrown about in there. Arena double medals, that's pretty nice there. Then we have the story updates as well as some returning events. One that I'm really happy for: Mage Masher's coming back, Coral Sword's coming back, Platinum Mace is coming back, Equipment Training Quest is coming back. Well, that's what those are. But we're also getting some new story scenes to get in here. Chapter 11 Scene 3 is coming out, more free Visior for you. To Burn with Life is coming back, so if you can get your hands on Tyrell, if you're a collector out there, or if you're just a mad lad, Mage Masher is coming back. I need to make a second one here. And then we also need to Burn with Life, some medals, and then obviously Coral Sword and Platinum Mace are also returning. And the Magicite reward quest is coming back. Always nice to see free Magicite. We're also getting the new Porcelain Tower events. On top of that, we got events. We got one card and a bunch of events, so it's gonna be one of those weeks in War of the Visions, which is all right here. Now, we also have new floors 31 to 40 in EX4 have been added, and the new floor 40 gives you Visior and the new Luminous Armlet accessory, which I do believe is like light resist, dark resist. It's got like 80 attack, 80 magic on it, so pretty nice to get your hands on there. And Porcelain Tower is still like one of my favorite things to do in the game outside of hanging out with my boys in the Guild Wars. You want to get in the Guild Wars, you know where to be. Hit me down in the comment section down below. But that's going to be it for us, guys. Thank you so much for spending that time here. I know a little bit later in the day than usual on a Tuesday, but hey, man, what can you do? Sometimes you just drink coffee at 2 a.m. and regret your decisions, because then you can't go to bed till 5. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.